So let's talk about why some guys won't date you if you're older than them. And let's start with the fact that people have choices. People will choose who they want to date. Some guys attract women that are older than them and they're fine with it. Some guys attract women that are younger than them. And that's the vibe they like. That's the connection. They like I've forgotten the word. So but then again, there are guys that just frown at the fact that a woman is older than her man in a relationship, and they would say all sorts of things to make it look like there's a problem somewhere. So I got a comment where somebody said that a woman that is older than a guy has love trauma, and the guy can only marry her as a second wife or not marry her at all because she'll be doing him a disservice because of her trauma. Thing is, people have trauma. A lot of people have trauma. And just saying that a woman that is older than a guy has trauma is is very weird to say that because people in all age brackets can have trauma. But those are the guys I'm talking about. The ones that make these blanket statements. The ones that make that just go about making people feel insecure about their choices because they are insecure about their own choices. So that's the first part. Some guys are insecure about their choices, so they'll find a way to put you down. And those are the kind of people that you don't want to have a relationship with. When I saw that comment, I was thinking, "Ah, should I reply this?" And like, I'll rather talk about it in this video. So you can check it out. I can't remember the video, but I think it's one of the videos about I think one of the pros and cons of marrying a guy that is younger than you. So you can check out that comment if you want to. So another reason why some guys will not marry a woman that is older than them is because they don't want to have to deal with their families and their friends taking their nose in their business. Because when a guy, especially in Africa, even I think it happens even in the US, when a guy brings a woman home and she's older than him, some people would frown at it. Some people just it's one of those things. There are a lot of people. If you check the comments of some of my past videos, you would see couples that have been married for like 25 years, and they say the man says his wife is 11 years older than him. There are some people. There's a lady that says her boyfriend is 9 years younger than her. So people are in happy relationships, but some people will not date you if you're older than them as a woman. So the thing is, some people don't want to deal with their families and their friends because there are people that said things like, "Oh, I'm desperate for marriage. That's why I'm coming to my husband." And this is somebody that I've known for years. That's been my friend. Like we talk and everything. We stayed in touch the whole time that we're friends in college, university, and so it's not like I just met him today and I was like, oh, time is running out for me and let me quickly marry this guy, and then he just did me a favor and married me so that I'll not so that I'll not live one sad lonely life. I don't know. I'm not saying that people that are not married are sad and lonely. Please, I'm just talking about myself and the rubbish that some people throw when they say things that are not usual to them or that they feel is not the norm. So some guys cannot deal with that. When their family starts complaining, start talking like, oh, why are you with this girl? Or she's older than you. That's not how it's supposed to be. She's not going to respect you because they always say that, oh, she's not going to respect you. A couple is supposed to respect each other. You respect your wife respects you. You respect your boyfriend respects you. That's how it's supposed to respect is supposed to be mutual. Thankfully, I was even talking to a friend, a family member, just this week, and he said when he married his wife, that they had an agreement that okay, now we're married. There's nothing like, oh, I am the head of the family and I'm here to be the boss and everything. That we're both in this together, we're a team, and that's just that agreement that they made has kept their marriage up till now, and they are very very happy. If you see them, you know that they are happy, and he respects his wife. When you see the way he talks to her, the way he treats her, and the way she talks to him, the way she treats him, you know that there's mutual respect and there's a love in that relationship. But now let's go back to people and this whole age thing, and their families will be like, oh, she's not going to respect you because she's older than you. Oh, she has been around the block. Oh, she has this. Oh, she has her own money. She is, so what can you use to show off? And that's because some people, some guys, when they are older than you and they've lived and they have some money, they feel like, well, now I'm going to boss over you, and if you do something that I don't like, I'm going to punish you by not doing this, or by doing that. And it happens a lot. Some will even say, oh, stop working because I'm making money. And then you stop working, and then you now see their true color, because that's when they can flash money on your face and try to control you with that whole money thing. So, but when you're older and you've been working and you have your own, no matter how little it is, it intimidates some guys. I said some guys. So that's the second thing. They're intimidated by whatever you have, whatever they think is your success. And if you're now a career woman, like you're moving, you're doing things, it's even intimidates them more, and they'll be like, no, I don't want to deal with this. Oh, she has trauma. They'll find an excuse. The thing is, if a guy wants to marry you, if a guy wants to marry, a guy will marry you. But a guy that does not marry is one that will make all the excuses in the world. Is one that will find all the faults in the world and make you feel like you have to work. You have to work for his approval. And really, you don't need to work for anybody's approval. If somebody sees you and they like you, you see it and you know it. They will show you when their families are coming after you, like, oh, why is she older than you? Why is she older than you? And why that you are trying to steal our son, you are trying to do blah blah blah. He will stand beside you because he knows that this is who he wants to be with, and he wants to be with you, like he wants you in his life. So whatever anybody tries to throw at you or at him, he's ready to stand by you. You get what I'm saying? So so some guys, they'll say all these things just to put you down, because you have you have something, you have your own. And really, ladies, it's very important that you have your own. No matter how little, it's very important that you have your own. Don't let any boyfriend or husband tell you don't work. If that's the dynamic that you like, it's fine. But really, it's very important to have your own, because you don't want to have to ask your husband, oh, I want to buy this, give me 5 naira, give me $100, give me this. You want to have your own to do some things for yourself sometimes. So that's another reason. And some guys want control. That's why they prefer to marry women that are older, that are younger than them. I'm not saying that every man that is older than his wife controls his wife. I've seen lots of couples where the man is older and they have a very good balanced relationship. But then again, you will see YouTube videos where some guys will say, oh, marry a woman that is in her 30s so that you can train her. And I'm wondering, like, why are you training? That's a very stupid thing to say. That's a very weird thing to say. It's very, like, I don't know. So some of these guys are looking for control, and they feel like if they have a woman that is younger than them, then they can control. But the thing is, you cannot control somebody unless the person wants you to control them. So they might just be wasting their time, even if they find a woman that is younger than them and they think they can control her, they might just be wasting their time, because if she doesn't want them to control her, if she doesn't want you to control, you cannot control her. So some of these guys are looking for control. Then some are just, they are stuck in that olden days behavior. Like, a man wants to control, want to do everything. Oh, I am the boss in this house. Yes, you say the man is the head of the family. But some of those guys will never do chores in the house. Yes, they will tell you that it's the woman's job to do this. You see women that will say, oh, my husband does not do anything. My husband cannot wash plates. Says that it's a woman's job to wash plates. Or my husband does not cook. He says it's a woman's job to cook. Again, that is still control. So marry who you want to marry. If somebody sees you and they like you and they want to marry you, fine. If a guy that is younger than you says you're not good enough for him because, yeah, because he's younger than you, of course you're older than him, then he's not good enough for you too. It's just by default, because what's the point being in a relationship with that kind of person? Someone that says you're not good enough for them. Why do you want to be in a relationship with that kind of person? Isn't it of, like, you get, don't you understand what I'm saying? So I've met guys in the past that will say things like, oh, I can tell a woman's age just by looking at her hand. But those are guys that want you to like work for their approval and whatever. So just be with who wants to be with you. If a guy says, "Oh, you're older than him, you're not good enough for him," fine, let him go. Yeah, it might hurt because it's a hurtful thing to say. It might hurt, but you'll meet somebody that is good enough for you. He might be older than you, he might be younger than you. And if he's good for you, he's good for you. If it's going to work out, it's going to work out. Don't ever think because it did not work with this person, that's the end of the relationship. I've been with guys. I dated someone in the past that was older than me, and he didn't know what he wanted out of life. I'm not saying it's every guy. There are a lot of guys that are older than me that have their lives settled, like they have a job, they have like their plans, the future, and all that. Yes, but this person was older than me and had no plans for his life. Like all he wanted to do was just one thing, and he kept going after that one thing, and it never worked for him because he put all his eggs in one basket and said it's only this thing that is the only way for him to succeed in his life. That's someone that was older than me. And then again, you meet some other guys that are older than you, and you find out they already have a family and they just want to play with you. So when you fix yourself in this box of saying, "Oh, the guy has to be older than me," that's when you keep meeting people like this. I'm not saying it's every guy, but if you meet a guy that is older than you or younger than you that wants to be with you, that's fine. But don't just put yourself in a box and say, "Oh, you have to be with a guy that is older than you." You are reducing your chances of meeting somebody. You might meet a guy that is younger than you, and he might be a very good person, or he might not be a good person. But don't ever limit your chances just because some guy does not want to date you because you are older than him. It's not the end of the world. So those guys, let them go ahead and look for women that are younger than them and build their relationships and be happy. But trust me when I tell you that there are men that are older than their wives that are still very immature. Somebody left a comment that, "Oh, a man your age is immature." You said even a man your age is immature, go older. And I'm I'm wondering, so automatically because my husband is younger than me, he's immature. But if you go to TikTok and watch relationship videos and people and you see a lot of women complaining, "Oh, my husband does not do any chores. Oh, my husband sits down on all day on his phone. Oh, my husband does this. Oh, my husband does that." And if you check amongst those people, there are husbands that are older than their wives. And the thing is, majority of husbands, I can say that majority of husbands are older than their wives. But there's a good number, there's a good number of women that are older than their husbands or their boyfriends, partners, whatever. So maturity is not always about who is older in a relationship. So some of these guys that keep saying things like, "Oh, the guy is too young for you," or "You're bringing trauma into the relationship," or "The woman will not," or "You will not respect him because he's younger than you," and all that. They are just living in their insecurity, and really, you shouldn't have to worry yourself about that. If you meet a guy that is younger than you and he wants to be with you, and you like him, you get on board and enjoy your relationship. And that's all I have to say. I've forgotten some things I want to say since I was just freestyling. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Bray, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. Okay, so this video won't stop. I don't know what to do.